to announce it on the evening of a Test match, which was still hanging in the balance. England needed victory to save that series. It put even more pressure on yourself, though.
It did, and I didn't necessarily want to do that, but once I'd made the call, and I told the guys in the change room that morning, I didn't want former teammates of mine, friends of mine, Nottinghamshire, to find out through a leak or through social media or rumours start gathering within the press. So I decided, like, throughout that day, really, right, do you know what, I'm gonna tell Sky tonight, get it out there, so people don't find out in like different types of ways. And I was really proud of the change room actually, because it didn't, no one found out, it didn't leak, it didn't, I knew that my trusted people that knew the news, it didn't filter out. And it was a definite, like, a way up, because you don't want anything to take away from what's happening on the pitch. And I said that when I told the guys in the change room. I said, look, this isn't going to be a distraction at all. It doesn't change our focus. Let's do exactly what we've done throughout the Bazball era and go and win the next hour and that sort of thing. And to be fair, it didn't. We didn't really talk about it again. We just focused on getting the job done. And but it was nice that final day. Rocking up on the Monday, seeing some fans wearing headbands, and it felt like a bit of a party atmosphere. And to have the emotion of running into bowl that final spell with people knowing that it was my last ever session of cricket, could be my last spell of cricket, but that sort of gave me emotions that will live with me ever, without bowling another ball.
And just how special was it to then have that perfect fairy tale ending? Ending your career, last ball you hit for a 6, last ball you bowled was a wicket to win an Ashes Test.
Incredible, yeah. I mean, I actually didn't realise with the last ball thing when I was batting. So just before we went out to bat, Jimmy had got hit the night before on the front shoulder on his bowling arm by Mitchell Starc, and it bruised really badly. So he was a bit stiff. And Baz came to me and said, look, I want you to face all the seam. I want Jimmy to face all the spin. I'm like, that's the worst deal ever. You want me to face all the 90-mile-an-hour bowlers and Jimmy gets the off spinner. But so I knew with Starc running in for that final ball of the over, everyone was on the boundary. Well, 1, we're not going to take the 1, so that's out of the equation. Everyone's on the boundary. 4, it's going to be really difficult to hit the ball on the floor and pierce the outfield. So wherever this ball is, I'm going to try and hit it up. And if I get enough of it, it'll go for 6. So I managed to middle it. First ball I middled in 5 years, I think, and it went for 6. Jimmy's then facing the spin. And unfortunately, Jimmy got out. So I'm thinking, right, I've got to go and bowl. So I run up these stairs, get to the change room, and I'm sat next to Harry Brook. And he was like, oh, you've hit your last ball for 6. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's pretty cool.